Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, today yesterday and today, I tried something on Princess Cruise Lines that I've never done before. I booked my hotel through the cruise line with transfers, and I checked out their suite guest lounge at the headquarters in Fort Lauderdale. And let's just see how this went. Welcome morning everybody. It's 3:30 in the morning and I'm heading out. It's time to start 2 weeks of, sort of vacation. One working vacation, one vacation. And it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, but I'm heading someplace much warmer. So as you can see, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go at 3 o'clock in the morning basically. To head to the airport to head for my cruise, and this was the weather when I was leaving. Beautiful, rainy, miserable looking day, and so yeah, not terrific. And then I had an issue when I got to the airport. Well, that was the longest I've gone through the Ottawa security in a long time. They spent 30 minutes on this one couple through 2 different security lines. One went through one line, one went through the other line. They were together. And they literally patted this woman down 3 times, ran the scanner over her, the wand, 3 times, made her go in and out of the scanner where you lift your hand and the machine goes around you 4 times before they finally let her through. Meanwhile, there's like 50 of us behind them waiting to go through to get through security. It's funny how one person can hold up forever the security lines. Crazy, but the longest. But hey, I'm through now. Literally close to 30 minutes just sitting there for this one couple to get through there, and they did not let anybody else through while we were waiting. Luckily I'm there ahead of time most of the time, so that didn't affect me too much. But then I got on the plane was fine. Nice guy beside me for the whole trip, direct flight. Not very many direct flights out of Ottawa, but the test was when I get to Fort Lauderdale, I was getting there pretty early in the morning. It was only about 9:45, 10 o'clock. And normally Princess starts their shuttles and everything around 11. And sure enough, when I arrived, it was right beside the luggage. Over to my right, there was a Princess booth, but there was nobody in it. But literally, as soon as my luggage came, and about 5 minutes after that, a very nice lady came. She went to the podium, and underneath she had a list of all the people coming in that day. And sure enough, I just walked over and said hi, and she says, "Hi, are you Dawn?" I said, "Yes, I am." She says, "Oh, great, nice to meet you," etc., etc. And then she called on her walkie-talkie and talked to somebody, and they said they'd be there in a few minutes, and sure enough, the driver showed up, and I got to jump in the car. I was basically by myself. Well, that was a pretty simple process. The young lady inside met me. It was right in front of the carousel where the luggage came off. She had my name on the list, said, "Just a second," called. My driver's here. I'm all alone because I'm the first plane in the morning. That's what happens when you leave so early in the morning. So yeah, we're off to the Embassy Suites. Pretty simple process so far. So that part worked out. They were waiting for me. The transfers were there. It was easy peasy. No problems there. Now, getting to the hotel. Booking a hotel, not by myself, not under my name, booking it through the cruise line. How is that going to go? Well, I showed up and it didn't happen, it went pretty smooth. Okay. Dropped off at my hotel. I'm in my hotel. I don't know if you can see it down there. All the people lining up, heading out. That's not people checking in, that's people leaving. But here I am in my hotel room. I have a dining room, TV, couch, bar stuff, and then 2 beds. That's one of the reasons I stay here, is because lots of room to spread out, relatively quiet, good restaurant downstairs. I'm right close to a Publix, so I'm going to head over there now, grab some stuff for the cruise tomorrow instead of having to travel with it. And yeah, you know what? Booking a hotel through Princess was very smooth. The only hiccup was I ordered a king-size bed. I'm by myself, and now I got 2 doubles. But it wasn't because they assigned me 2 doubles. It was because when I was checking in, the lady says, right now we have no kings available right now. They're not cleaned. But if you're okay with the 2 double beds, then you can have a room right now. So I chose, instead of waiting 2 hours, 3 hours for a king to get cleaned, I took my room early. It's only 10:30 in the morning. Check-in's at 3, and they allowed me to get into my room. So, Embassy Suites, Princess, so far, so good. So yeah, I got into my room at 10:30 in the morning. Like, normally it's 3 o'clock check-in. I've been to this hotel numerous times, and I am rarely able to get into a room before 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was very happy to be able to do that. It was a very busy night as well. The hotel was sold out. So all that section, booking the hotel through the cruise line, went really well. Cannot complain. The transfers were easy. The hotel was all booked out, and everything was good. Great. Now the next day, one of my contacts at Princess, I had told her when I was on the Sun Princess, remember that was a media group thing, and she said, you should check out the lounge when you're there and take a look at it. I said, okay, great. She said, oh, great, I'll let them know. And so I didn't know what I did with my luggage, because in the hotel I have transfers. So if the hotel takes the luggage, is it like a bus, and then they just put on a bus and you pick up your luggage at the terminal and walk it over and give it to the attendants to bring on the ship? Or was it one of those ones that they bring it over to the luggage container and they drop it on the ship itself as long as it's tagged? I didn't know. So I looked and I found out, and sure enough, my friend right here just found out that he helps run one of the shuttle services there and everything. He's been there forever at the Embassy Suites ever since I've been staying there. And he said, oh no, you have to bring your luggage over to headquarters, which wasn't that far away. It's right across the street from the Renaissance Hotel. And it's about, I'd say, 3 blocks roughly away from the hotel I was staying at, the Embassy Suites. But he said, hey, Don, I'm on my way with a bunch of passengers to the terminal. We got to drive right by there. Why don't I drop you off? And so he was nice enough to throw my luggage in the back, and away I went. I get off at the lounge. Gentleman comes running out to say hi to us. His name was Anthony. He says, hi. He says, are you here for the lounge? Yeah, and he's great. And took my luggage and wouldn't even let me handle it. Just grabbed my luggage and started bringing it in. Looked at it to make sure it was tagged. He went over and they had tags made up. So apparently this lounge is mostly a suite lounge or an invite-only lounge. So the reason it's that is because it's a good size, but it's not huge. For instance, today there were 3 Princess ships in Fort Lauderdale. And so if every suite guest was allowed to come to the lounge, there would be no room. There just wouldn't be. So they invite certain people, and that's how you get it. They'll switch off every once in a while of which ships are doing it. A lot of it depends on which ship is closer, because there's 2 different piers they'll stop at. So I said, he said, sir, I don't see your name on the list. And I said, okay, that's possible. And then I name dropped my friend at Princess who asked me to come and take a look at it and see it. And he says, oh, okay, well, here, let me make you a tag and everything. There was no real issue with it there. I said, if I'm not allowed to be here, that's fine. I'll go back. That's not an issue. And he's, no, don't worry about it. He just needed to know that, I wasn't just randomly showing up because I had been there before and wasn't invited. So I just arrived at the Princess Lounge, right behind me. I was met outside by a very nice gentleman, Anthony. We can take some photos here. They have snacks over here. And Anthony right now is even having my medallion sent from the ship over to here, so I have it and don't have to go through all the check-in process. He's checking me out here.
Yes, welcome to the Go Princess.
Perfect.
My name's Anthony.
I got to speak with some really nice people in there who are coming on the Enchanted Princess. That was the ship that was allowed to be in the lounge today. Some of them had been there before in the lounge. Others, it was their first time. But a really nice experience, really calming beforehand. Not only that, they take your luggage, they tag it again, make sure it's going where it's supposed to go, and then they send it over while you're still in the lounge. So it's getting on the ship, one of the first ones to be on the ship. And then once the ship starts boarding, it normally starts boarding around 10:30, 10:45. They start organizing the shuttles back and forth. Now, they're not sending a full shuttle every time. In fact, it would be 4 or 5 people, and the shuttle will hold 10 to 12. And they'll put you in 4 or 5 people. Then it comes right back, takes another 4 or 5 people. And so you're not overcrowded on the shuttle, and they drop you right off at the cruise port. Not only that, one of the people from the cruise terminal follows you over. There's a lady there who meets you when you're getting out of the shuttle, and she escorts you because they did everything for me there. They registered me, they went and got my medallion, I was all set, and then we started going through, and we just went into security, put our bags on the conveyor belt, let it go underneath in the scanner, put them back on, and then they escorted us directly onto the ship through all these little curves and twists and curves, and basically we bypassed tons of people. Tons of people. It's almost like we had our own ramp up there, because there's the main ramp going like this and around and around. Well, we didn't go around and around like that. We went over to one and then straight across to the ship. So they even had another ramp for us to get on. We got to security, scanned the medallion one more time, and bam, we were on the cruise ship. Now, I don't know if that's a perk that every suite guest gets as far as the embarkation is concerned, but I tell you how nice it was to not be in the hotel where it's, there's 200 people in the hotel waiting to go to the cruise ship every 10 minutes kind of thing. And heading over to the lounge and just sitting in a quiet, calm atmosphere. There's some snacks there, no rush, your luggage is looked after, you're checked in already, and then they bring you to the ship, escort you in, make sure there's no problems, and yeah, well, that was a great service. I really did appreciate that. I don't get to do it next cruise. I don't get to do it on the cruise after that, unless I book a suite, and maybe I'll get to do it, but yeah. It was very enjoyable, well run. So I put the 2 things to test. Was the lounge worth it? Absolutely. If you get invited, go ahead and do it. It's the only way, if you're in a suite, to start your cruise off in the best possible light and the most easygoing, calm way to do it. Everything's looked after for you there. They even helped me book dining reservations on the cruise ship in the lounge while we were waiting to go. How cool was that? Not only that, the booking of the hotel, got off the plane, representative was there, had my name on the list, called the truck right away, boom, straight ahead, all by myself, all alone in the vehicle, straight to the hotel. It was perfect. I'm not guaranteeing you're always going to be alone, but I was the first plane in that day, so they didn't make me wait, saying, oh, have a seat over there, sir. When the other planes land and there's 20 other people ready to go, we'll put you in the shuttle and go. No, they just put us on and away they went. And it's not because they knew who we were or anything like that. They didn't know anything like that. They didn't know, she didn't no clue I'm on YouTube or anything like that. This is just what they do. So hats off to that. I will probably end up doing that again in the future because it went really, really smoothly. So yeah, put them to the test, and they both passed with flying colors. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.